Hello, everybody, again, and welcome to another rousing episode of Playing Games with Strangers. With me this week, we do not have Celeste. She is ill, so we will be playing without her, but who we do have is Squid.
Hello.
Serwinski. She was not expecting me to call her name first.
You don't normally call me first. I was alarmed.
You were first on my screen.
Oh, last in your heart.
Fair. And then we have David Clements.
It was first. Never mind. I had a quippy comeback thing, but I'm done. I'm going to quit tonight.
And that's a series wrap on Dave Clements, everybody. Next to him, we have his sister-in-law, Amanda Clements.
Hello.
Jay?
What were you saying there?
Oh, that was a perfect opportunity to introduce JS or someone instead.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha. Well, that voice you heard was the most talented person on the podcast, was Josiah Crandall.
Hey!
Which I still have the library on my Amazon Prime playlist.
There we go. You know,
I think it's
now if you play it sometime.
I have to buy it at this point, which I'm probably gonna do, but I am waiting.
He's waiting for the laser disc.
I do want a laser disc. I want
probably,
a physical copy of it.
I should probably make a physical copy and send it to you, because I can do that. I'm lazy.
And then the other voice that you heard is the world's greatest comic book writer, Ben Avery. No, J.S. Earls.
Yep.
Oh, right. Well, that was excitement. Just a quick reminder that Playing Games with Strangers is a member of the Culture Box Media Group, a place where truth and fiction collide. And if you enjoy our show, why not check out the Retro Rewind podcast, where every other week the Retro Rewind podcast, you can join them as they travel back 15 or more years along the entertainment space-time continuum in their mission to review movies, games, and establishing what is still worth your time today. Expect fun banter, trivial insights from Francisco, Paul, and a rotating guest hosts who are all out of time.
That sounds threatening.
Well, I mean, I am the GM. I can decide who lives and dies. And to quote Rocky, if he dies, he dies. Being as you are typically the person in her role when she's gone, Squid, why don't you go ahead and do the Patreon announcements?
Wonderful. Do you have some extra cash lying around? If so, you should give it to us. We would really appreciate it. I will say that having extra cash lying around won't help because you will have to make an online transaction. So take that cash to the bank, deposit it, get online, go to our Patreon, patreon.com/playinggameswithstrangers and sign up. You can watch us play live.
And I will say that your money does go to good use. We recently, actually, with Patreon funds, we were recently able to standardize the digital audio workstations that we use. So we're all functioning on the same software and streamlining the...
On the topic of Patreon, if you get in now, we have a mini arc coming up soon that you'll be able to preview on our main feed when this campaign ends, and then it will continue as a Patreon exclusive show for you to listen to. It'll be exciting.
All right, Josiah, go ahead.
All right. What I was going to say is that we should, play the theme song or something.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah. Let's. I mean, all in favor of playing the theme song. Say
Whose
say
theme
aye.
song?
I
do have the button, so.
Oh, you?
Yeah, I think the ayes have it.
Playing games with strangers, you know there's no danger. So come on in, we're all friends. Playing games with strangers.
oh boy, a lot happened last time. And at the same time, not much happened last time. So, everyone remembered who they were. We were all in Lenny's. It was a really good time. There was a lot of confusion because we decided to talk about time again. A frequent conversation topic. Em and Mira left because they didn't want to deal with this, and they became best friends, kind of. Hot water was shared. It was lovely. We found out where LL was. She was at Only on Tuesdays, but not the one that we saw before. The one in Waterdeep. So I guess technically the one we saw before, it was just a long time before. So we decided, hey, why don't we go there? And I cast a spell and we went there. We decided to not take her, but we found out she was safe, so everything's good. What else? We went to a cave. If you guys remember, way back in like episode 3, we went to this cave and there were like cultists in it, and they were underneath a house, and Callum aged about 1,400 years in that cave. Which is to say he aged, I think, 20 years in that cave. And then we found Ethan. He was dead. Seemed to be pretty permanent for now. I learned a lot about a room and also got a book. There's something about magic neither me nor Callum understand yet, but there's dark spaces and a tentacle and a portal, and some philosophy was involved, and all things have an anti-version of that thing, so it's kind of like shadow stuff. Yeah, Mira and Em got drunk.
Except they didn't, because Ultha Orthiad is a dry county.
Yeah, they were drinking non-alcoholics, but they wanted to be. Will never convince me that either of them wanted to be sober.
We will pick up in Waterdeep at Only on Tuesdays with the bulk of our party there. We left off with you guys taking a long rest there. How long did you guys stay at Only on Tuesdays?
Well, are we just waking up then? Is that where we're at?
If you just want to do the night.
Oh, I don't know. Gang?
That works for me. I don't necessarily need a rest. I
I used some spells to get here.
So yeah, it works.
Everyone needs to sleep sometimes, Pooh.
What's that? I just woke up. I'm a little groggy yet.
Oh, that's alright. So, what are we planning on doing now? Because, like, I got the book, and we found out about that room, and the ritual, and all of that, but...
And Wilder, and the parents, and... So, I think it's time we do something.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
I'd agree, but I don't quite know that I've figured out enough to be able to really help if we're doing something big. And we got parents back from hell. LL's safe. What else was on, aside from, him, the big one,
Him, the big one. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, should we just go there now? We'll take it. Should we just have a boss fight tonight? Just start of the episode.
Let's go.
John says.
I'm ready. Or Bug, you don't look like you.
Do we know how to get there? This is.
Oh, I'm certain I could get us there. It's just the getting out and not dying that I haven't quite got unlocked yet.
We can figure those things out later.
I mean, I got a lot of healing spells, but Carrick's pretty big. It's more like, here's my general thought. From what I've figured out so far, it's not so much that we should go to where he is and kill him.
You're saying we need a weapon.
More like... Well, now, this is going to sound funny, but I was going to say a needle and thread, and you happen to have one of those ones. I wasn't thinking that when I started to think the thought, but halfway through thinking it, I thought of it.
That's how most of my thinking does, too. You start with not thinking, and then all of a sudden, there's a thought. Yeah. It's part of a thought, not a whole thought. And then it comes out of your mouth, and all of a sudden it's there.
Yeah, so that's what happened when I was just now speaking. Because my general thought here is not so much that we need to go to where he is and kill him, because that seems, I'm not going to say impossible, but it does sound rather difficult. However, if we were to maybe, just like stitch up the portal.
A
That
stitch
the
in
tear-
9, you might say.
Yeah, like the tear that
To
he...
save
like,
time.
it might save time, yeah. If you're saving me, well, I'm not time anymore. I guess that's my dad. And we kind of saved him. He's not in me anymore. Is this making sense? I'm saying we should trap him and not fight him.
Hey,
How do we do that?
You haven't gotten there yet.
Stitch in time.
Hey, the needle. I know. I'm not saying we need that needle. I do think that needle would help, but...
So should we find the needle?
Well, it's probably in a haystack somewhere.
Weren't you guys talking about the fate ladies or something?
Exactly. Orbog's tracking with us now, Callum.
Yeah. So all of this is to say that I have no idea how we do that. We could find the fates, I suppose. We could see if that would help. I think finding more books would also be helpful, and also reading this book. Which is
Orbog,
very tense.
Wasn't there a library somewhere around here?
Yeah, I think there's a library south of here, but I don't know if it's still standing. I mean, we can always go find out.
You got a book once about goblins?
Yeah,
I remember
I
that.
returned it on time too.
No, you stole
that's
half the pages.
Well, I don't think they're probably missing it now, given the state of...
I don't think they count. I don't think they count them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so
There.
we should look for a specific book on fates if we're gonna try and find a library, right? Or
and
book.
weapons.
Well, I mean, a book on fates would be interesting. I don't know that it would help. More like how to seal an Eldritch Horror into wherever it's at, and so it can stop eating souls. So if you can find me that book, that would be great.
That's in the H section. 4.
How?
how?
Yes.
Yeah, but first we have to find the library. So there is that.
I'll ask,
I just look around the room to see if there's anyone who might know that looks bookish.
Here's the thing. All of y'all have, like, you guys came from Waterdeep. You know where things are at.
Yeah.
I didn't.
It's,
How much of Waterdeep is still, like, not destroyed?
About 25%.
Well, I say see if we can find something. Or like a
Alright.
church. A church might have books as well, like we were going to do. And then we can go back to the tower.
Gareth's church?
We could go to Gareth's church.
Books a billion.
Could also
Alright.
go there.
Well, I'm ready to go. I've got a pot of honey from the kitchen. I've got a pot of pancakes also from the kitchen. They don't work as well in a pot, but
A lot of pots.
Yep.
What I need, who is taking lead on, who is leading the party at this point?
Me
Sounds
and
like poo.
Sounds like poo.
I'm
Okay,
looking.
Pooh,
yeah.
I need you to roll a D100 for me, please.
Yeah. Let me do that for you real quick. Whoop. 35.
Okay. You guys stroll around the remains of Waterdeep.
Oh, this is
And
kinda
you
sad.
come across the crumbled remains of the library.
Well, I could have sworn it was right here the last time.
Let's. Oh,
Hmm.
I start poking through some of the rocks and rubble.
Actually, doesn't look very different from when Stumblefoot was running this town.
Ouch. Low
Savage,
blow.
dude.
I mean, We could look for remaining books. I think we're going to have a harder time finding what we're looking for, though.
I reach down and just pick something up at random.
Okay.
Maybe we
Is
just
this a book?
Roll another D100.
I am still
Gladly.
just digging for actual books.
81.
Yeah, Pooh lifts up a dried, disembodied hand and asks if it's a book.
I've heard you can read poems.
You can read bones too, and I bet you there's some bones in there.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it.
oh,
That means you could read it twice.
It's true. I bet you learn something different each time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, Squid, you said you're shuffling through the rubble to
Yeah.
find something. Roll an investigation check, please.
Oh, I'm very investigative. 16 plus 0.
Okay, you find a book.
we're doing so well.
Great, isn't it? Does it happen to be exactly the book I need, which is How to Trap an Eldritch Horror in its home and Make it Stop Eating People?
Go ahead and roll a D100 for me, please.
If I roll a 100 and this is that book, I will cry. That's a 60.
Yeah, this is kind of a steamy romance novel that you found.
Like steampunk?
Callum slowly
No.
pockets it.
Callum slowly pockets.
Was that it, Callum? Was that the book we were looking for?
Oh, what?
It's a Daniel. It was written by Daniel Steele.
Nope, not the one.
He's a good guy.
Maybe we try the church.
Are you sure you want to bring that book to the church?
I think it'll be all right. What book? I don't have anything. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. They probably all die in it.
Okay.
In the church.
No, in the romance book, whatever thing you.
All right.
We head to the
Pooh-
church. Yeah.
Pooh, being as you're driving the
I am
expedition
driving this.
still, I need another D100 for
Yes,
me, please.
you do. How does 74 sound?
Sounds like the church got destroyed.
No, stop it. Dice. I need better dice.
How does a 99 sound?
Also would sound like the
I
church
think
got
I need
destroyed.
to go in like the lower, like the 25% range.
Oh, we're playing Call of Cthulhu.
Call of Carrick.
We're doing the.
I also thought the church was here, but it's not.
You would be correct. It was. Not now.
Maybe we just need somebody really smart to like interrogate.
Oh, I think all the smart ones got left. Or got, killed.
There's got to be.
We are the
like
smart ones
No.
now.
No,
That's terrifying.
no, Callum made it out.
What?
Pooh again looks, just grabs his hand down and tries to pull up a book.
Okay.
He's just,
Is this? Nope. 68 a book.
You pull up a kind of a triptych of sorts that has artistic depictions of things from the Bible, or the Book of the Dead, rather.
Oh,
Orbog picks up one and he rolled a 20.
You pick up a hymnal.
But what songs are in it?
all the good ones. This is very interesting. Lots of pictures.
So, okay, well, the church is gone and the library's gone. Any other ideas on where we could go or who we could talk to? Because aside from going back to the tower and seeing if they got books there that might have something.
But there was always, Filbert. Remember Filbert?
I don't think I do remember Filbert.
Well, you know, he was one of our... He was one of the... You know, He helped out with the bugbears. Sometimes could get us stuff if we had trouble getting things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think that most of the bugbears fared so well, but we could always go see.
But he wasn't a bugbear. He was, hairy, but not a bugbear.
Oh, one of them.
Lived out in the woods.
Or we could try to find the bar we all met in, because the smart people are probably there drinking.
That was a pretty questionable bar, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of seedy. They did have a good drink, though.
JS, do you even remember the name of the bar that you all met in?
I do, I think.
It's
I'm gonna-
on the tip of my spine.
Isn't it like the something Lamia?
The laughing.
The laughing.
I believe.
Laughing Lamia.
I was gonna say the
That-
limping, but it's probably limping
That-
now.
That was that?
Yep.
That was it.
The
Episode
limping
1,
Lamia?
baby.
There's too many L's.
Did we ever find out? A quick question. Did we ever find out who else was like helping those red shirt guys? Because if there's any of them left, we could go look for them. Because I bet you they kind of helped move this process along after you stopped.
Other members of the, whatchamacallit?
I forget what they're called. They have a
Like
name.
the Cultist?
Yeah, them.
Cold
'Cause, I'm sure one of them probably, we didn't address
Cold-
this, but killed Ethan. So, whoever they were.
You want to go looking for cultivators?
Yes.
You don't have any magic that can help with any of this?
I mean, I've got magic that I think might help, but I can't just, snap my fingers and make them show up.
Oh, yes, you can.
But I'm saying for like finding people and things.
I have to ask, Pooh, are you wearing your bowl right now?
Am I wearing my bowl? Yeah.
Okay, roll a D100 for me, please.
He's wearing a pot. He's a pothead.
I'm rolling so many D100s. That is. I'm rolling like 82 again.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Can't roll a decent D100 tonight.
Josiah, it's better to lie and ask for forgiveness later. I heard that somewhere. I think Amanda.
I feel like if we went back and searched the area, I'd have an easier time actually trying to figure out where they went, as opposed to just guessing. Especially because I don't know who they are or what they look like.
Honestly, I feel like we could just take Carrick. All of these bad guys and things and monsters and stuff, like we're really tough, and it's like really easy to like
Hey, Orbog,
just defeat all these things.
can you fly?
I haven't tried yet, so
Okay.
I can't say for sure.
I don't know. It just seems like if you're gonna kill Carrick, you kind of got to be like way up there where his everything is, and we're gonna be way down there where just his killy tentacles are.
But can't we climb up the tentacles?
Tickle the tickle. Tickle the tentacle.
Or
Takes
That's hard to
tentacles
say.
to make
Like-
him laugh.
cut one, and like maybe we'll get lucky and it's his Achilles tentacle, and then we can like climb inside of it.
Well, that's an option that we'll keep.
And
Yeah.
we can eat on the way up.
We're going
so
to
we
eat
won't
him.
I mean,
I suppose
I
that's
was gonna-
effective.
Since you brought this up, can we get wings? Wilder, can we get wings? Am I wrong? Callum, you have wings.
You do have wings.
you want to eat Callum's wings?
Can we
I
get some
prefer you
wings?
not.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying
Put a
now.
little
Yeah,
barbecue
I don't-
sauce on them.
No. Is there a way that we can get wings?
There is a way that we could make you fly. I don't know if there's a way we could give you wings.
I think we can build them.
Are wings important? Are they like the crowning feature of what you
Well,
want?
why did you ask me if I could fly?
Well, I was just questioning, the strategy of going to kill Carrick right now is all.
Oh, okay.
That's
I thought you have a grand
You
plan where we could have
Yeah.
wing. Okay.
Didn't realize you were just talking trash,
Yeah,
bro.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to start walking towards
Spicy.
where we left the dead body.
Oh, they're all around.
The one specific one. I'm okay.
Oh, well, this is probably a dumb idea. But I'm going to try something.
Do it.
Oh, okay. So here's what I'm
Imagine
thinking.
that. Pooh with a dumb idea.
I've been trying to be smarter lately. And I'm going to
That's
try
dumb.
something dumber.
Right.
I'm going to...
Smart is not working.
So, we want fate, right? We need to talk to
Yes.
fate somehow.
You gotta trick the universe.
I'm going to sit and do nothing. And
Right.
then fate will be like...
Tempting.
Be like,
What?
something's... This guy always... I'm going to make myself... I don't know how to do this. How do I make myself a target for fate? So that they just
call it.
have to show up or either do something that do
There was
nothing.
the time that you put that symbol on yourself, and then
Oh,
that
yeah.
thing showed up. That was
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
tempting of fate, I assume.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
I say from halfway down
Wait.
the block where I started walking.
Why would you do that, Squid?
Carve a
'Cause it's
big K
fun.
on you.
Okay.
I mean, that would definitely be tempting fate, probably bringing him here. and whatnot.
Exactly. Tempting fate. That's what I was trying to do. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Is that what we want to do?
I don't know
You know
that
what?
this is actually I'm walking this direction, but
I
know,
don't
if
have a
that's-
better plan. So,
Okay, well, I'll let my plan sit here for a minute then, and I'll wait just in case you die, so I can save you.
where should I...
Right.
I'm just like my leg this time.
Yep. And I'll be right beside you, ready to push you. Help you.
All right.
Actually,
So I take the palm of my good hand, and I take out a little knife and draw that symbol on the palm of my good hand.
You draw it or you carve it?
well, draw it with a knife. I carve it. Just a little carve.
Just a little blood oath.
This is how it works, right?
I was waiting for cooler heads to prevail on this,
Nope.
but everybody's like, oh, let's kick the DM to the curb.
Listen,
I'm not there.
I made
I'm
a
not-
plan, and I was gonna follow through with it, and I thought it was a good plan, but
I didn't. What was your plan?
You're the one who gave him
Why
the
did-
idea to carve the symbol into himself.
he asked a question, and as
Yeah,
his friend, I
you
have to
said-
answer it. My plan was to go find where Ethan's body was again and track the people that killed him, because maybe the fact that there were two other people and there were tracks leading away was a good lead to follow.
Too
Ah.
complicated.
Yeah,
Alright.
they're long gone by now.
Okay, Pooh,
Yes.
you carve this symbol into your hand.
Yep.
Wilder, immediately when you see the symbol carved into his hand, it pixelates in your vision like some bad censorship on television.
Okay.
And Pooh, your hand shrivels like when I say shrivels, I mean like biblically.
I get you. Oh,
That's too bad.
That's an interesting feature.
Hmm.
Also, you take a -2 permanent loss to your dexterity.
okay.
And you look funny with the little shriveled hand too.
Yep, that didn't do exactly what I thought it would do. Did Fate show up?
Oh, I think Fate showed
I'm
up.
gonna look around and see if there's any giant invisible things coming for us.
Nope.
Okay.
But while you're looking around, make an investigation check for me, please.
All right. That's a 17.
While you're looking around looking for the invisible things that aren't there, you do notice now that you're intentionally looking, there does seem to be one building that looks like it was entirely untouched in the onslaught.
Like the tower was untouched?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna stop walking down the street and walk over there. Building have like a sign or a come in, we're open, hours of operation?
No, it's actually a residential house.
I knock on the door.
Nobody's home.
I open the door.
You step in and get a familiar stank on the air,
Oh,
although
indeed.
not as fresh.
I'm gonna take a little peek around.
You see lacy doilies and kind of frumpy flower patterned wallpaper on the...
Is this a certain somebody's home? Have I been here? Have I been to this house before?
You have
Oh, is there a bird somewhere that's missing its owner?
a bird.
I don't know, I just feel like she would have a bird. She feels like someone that would have a bird.
There is no bird there, no.
Okay. That is quite interesting. I am going to just look around for anything of interest in her home. Other than lace doilies. Things that might actually be helpful.
Make an investigation check,
Just what I'm
please.
so good at.
Is everybody else following Callum into this house?
Sure. It's boring out here.
I'm gonna cast bless on myself too because not bless. What am I? Never mind, I don't have. Oh, guidance. Guidance is good. I don't have smarts in my brain.
To answer your question, I'm following Pooh, so if he's following Callum,
I don't find anything.
I'm looking at it, sadly.
I thought this would
fine.
work.
You thought what would work?
This, my hand.
Oh,
Sorry.
Tempting fate.
Tempting fate. I'm going to just have to try something else.
Sometimes we just have to play the hand that fate has dealt us. And I'm not there.
So-
I'm following Callum.
This house. Did you say there were? What is the entrance like to this house again?
like the first room you walk into is kind of like a sitting room,
Mm-hmm.
A
and
parlor,
there's like
one might say.
yeah, and there's like some gaudy flower print wallpaper in this room, lace doilies on all the tables. If you were to use the word frumpy to describe a motif, you would probably that would be the room that you have just walked in.
It's a bingo card on the table.
Like if you were to try to picture the home of the president of the Sandy Patty fan club.
Oh.
So my house. I have something
Still
to tell
my
you
heart.
guys. I am the president of the Sandy Patty fan club.
Like if it was in our world, you'd expect to see like Twyla Paris cassette tapes.
Everywhere.
And a Michael Bolton poster.
And Adventures in Odyssey.
I didn't find
Hey.
anything that may have been hidden.
I'm standing on a chair.
That's stupid.
Exactly. Oh, fate.
You are aware that this is not a Final Destination movie, right?
Yes. Yes. I
All
am.
right.
Hey, Wilder,
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah, Callum.
you can do like the, detecting magic thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you do that here? Because, this seems odd, right?
Yeah.
Also, this is Tilda's house. She's not here because,
That
everything that happened back in the diner. But yeah.
Yeah, that smells familiar. Gonna say some words, and I'm gonna move my hands and cast Detect Magic.
Nothing. Except for what you guys have on yourselves.
I was gonna say not even Callum or
Nope.
0. Nothing.
I am
She's
so
normal,
glad we came here.
Do you think?
mundane, some might say.
Now, here's a wild thought. Do you think that maybe she just doesn't taste good to Carrick?
I mean, that's actually. What if?
I feel like she might be right up his alley.
I don't know.
What
Don't
if-
touch this house.
We, go to battle with him wearing one of her dresses?
And perfume.
Then he won't touch us. I'm just saying.
If we want to go in for the longer haul, we wait until we can all learn true polymorph, and then we all become Tilda. And then we'll be unstoppable.
That does sound like tempting fate.
Yes, it does, I suppose.
I mean, I can use Alter Self on myself, but
Well, that's something, I suppose.
it's not useful now. But
Right, But if the time comes,
okay, wild idea. Does she have books? I'm gonna look for books.
Roll investigation, please.
I'm decent at that if I can roll it well. That one.
Yeah, you don't find anything.
Oh, look, this book says Nimrod the Lad Around the World.
I heard that's a pretty good film. Oh, wait, you said book.
Oh, wait, she was burning it.
Where did you find the book?
Savage.
I feel useless. So
Yeah,
that's
I was
wonderful.
I'm still
against
standing on a
not coming
chair.
here.
I'm just gonna look for a bookcase then. With my eyeballs.
With your eyeballs.
I'm just gonna walk through the
well,
house. See if anything pops out.
Squid, what's your passive perception for Callum?
Oh, very high. 19.
As you are cruising through the house, looking around, you do see just the corner of a book hanging out of the side of underneath her bed between her mattress and her box spring.
Oh, it's her diary. I get it.
As you pull it out, it is in fact her diary.
I sit down on the bed and then immediately stand up and decide I don't want to sit on her bed. And then sit on the floor and read it.
Hey, the cover to that book looks just like the one you picked up.
Surprisingly similar. She is Danielle Steele. Tilda's pen name.
Mystery solved.
As you're reading through this, a lot of it is just what you would expect.
That's Sally down at the club.
No, basically just a lot of passing judgment on random people.
That's Sally down at the club.
Oh, I thought you said met Sally down at the club.
No. That's Sally.
Yeah. Lot of
At the club?
passive judgment, but as you go through the book more and more, it becomes increasingly more self-righteous. Like this has been progressing over time to the point where it's borderline manifesto by the last few pages of this, talking about what the world really needs is another good plague to cull the numbers a bit and
Oh,
purge the wickedness from this world.
that's rough. I read a letter like this once from a man named Ted. Okay. Oh, well, did she list any, people that she found that agreed with this philosophy? Where she
No.
heard this philosophy?
What's that you roll when you're trying to get a feel for how
Insight?
other people are? Yeah, roll an insight check.
Oh, baby. Okay, well, that is a 17 on the die plus 9.
Oh, good lord.
So it's 26.
You've noticed a pattern going towards the end of the book. She's becoming more and more isolated away from people as this goes. It seems like her condition or whatever she's going through is getting worse as time goes on, and you'll notice she talks about specific individuals less and less.
And it
like
doesn't seem
she's
like there was a inciting incident.
No, it seems like just an overtime thing.
Okay.
And you kind of get the feeling like she was interacting with people less and less as time went on.
Nothing about like where this idea came from, or there's no like clear change of tone.
No, it was just progressive over time.
Anything that sounds like actionable.
You're gonna have to be a bit more specific.
It's one thing to say that the Earth needs a plague. It's another to say that I'm building a plague.
Gotcha. No, nothing to that effect.
She wasn't necessarily planning to help. She just thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, it was all ideation, no plan.
And there was nothing magical about the house. I'm going to use my primeval awareness just to see if there's anything funky in this place. Which is the thing that lets me sense aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fays, fiends, and undead.
Nah, nothing seems...
I'm going to waste a big spell on this because I'm suspicious. I'm going to use my 6th level spell for True Seeing, which allows me to see things as they actually are, including any secret doors, see into the ethereal plane, all of which is up to a range of 120 feet.
As you cast this spell, you see a frumpy, stinky house.
Yeah. Nothing fun happening on the ethereal plane right now? Shame.
No.
Right, well, I'm at a loss.
Good, so we go home.
Yes. What a great idea, because it's so exciting here.
I mean, we could also go back to, where the body was and see if they were gonna come back. I don't know.
Fine.
Sure.
Just before we leave, I
I'll
suppose.
go see the body.
But first,
Go see the body.
Probably feet first, but
I'm going. I go into the kitchen area and find
Shocker.
something in there.
I'm going to try tempting fate yet again.
You're gonna swallow it without chewing.
oh boy, this will be fun.
I'm going to eat something from Tilda's kitchen.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I find, I don't know, something and proceed to eat it.
Honestly, given that she's been on vacation a while, it's probably not good.
Exactly. I open one of the bottom cabinets. in the
You find a
kitchen,
box of Twinkies.
Oh, that stuff never goes bad.
and I shove all of them into my mouth.
They're delicious once you get past the plastic bags that they come in.
Okay, Fate, where are you? I'm ready for you. Anytime now. Nothing.
I don't think I'm gonna want to be around when fate shows up for that.
Okay, well, interesting. I feel like I learned nothing here.
I don't think this plan is working.
Anyone else feel like
Okay,
they
then.
learned anything?
Nope.
No,
All right.
I think we should all split up.
I have wrappers. Remember to take off the wrappers.
Oh, yeah.
Good note.
Yeah.
So, does it mean anything to anyone if, when Pooh carved the thing into his hand just a minute ago, I couldn't, quite see it. I knew it was there, but I couldn't make out what it was.
Yeah, how does Pooh's hand look?
Not so very good.
Shriveled.
Does it look the same with true seeing?
Yeah.
Does the symbol look different?
No.
Oh, all right. Well,
Maybe somebody should try to heal his hand or something.
can we see the symbol normally?
Yeah. Except for Dave
Right.
or Wilder.
So he still can't see it.
No.
So if I do this, Wilder, can you not see?
Except Pooh, you can't do that. It's like literally shriveled into yourself.
So if you do this, Wilder,
No.
Should we
Nope.
fix that? Do you want that fixed? I'm burning through
Well-
spell slots real fast again, but
I did bring it on myself. You don't have to.
I mean, no. That's,
We
that's
could
what friends are for.
Find a bread knife and cut it off.
Or magic.
I was, yeah, yep. This is gonna hurt you more than us.
Or we could not do that.
Maybe, okay. Maybe Pooh is the plague that Hilda was praying for.
I find it hard to believe that Tilda was praying for Pooh.
I bet she prayed all kinds of poo.
Well, that I believe.
Okay, so that doesn't alarm anybody, which is alarming.
Well, it kind of alarms me.
Um,
I just don't have an
I was-
answer
No.
for it.
So you
It
can't.
is.
What does it look like?
Blurry, like blurry blocks of whatever color your hand is.
How does
It's
it make
weird.
you feel? Like if I come closer to you,
I get really close to.
It
Wilder.
just gets bigger.
Rub it on his face.
yeah, but like, does it make you feel uncomfortable, or like, are you repulsed by like, I don't know,
I am.
the symbol?
Hit him
Well,
with
that's
it.
the thing, though. Like, I can't make it out. Your hand's not like the best thing I've ever seen, but you know, that makes me
You should-
slightly uncomfortable.
Can you
Try to lick it, see what happens.
can you tell it's
I'm
a
not-
hand? Can you make out any details at all?
Not when I look at that. No.
But and you could see his hand before that, right?
Right.
So, like,
Hmm.
if I were to write it on this wall,
And I write it on some of the wall that has the you said that was wallpapered. I just kind of scratch the symbol into the wallpaper.
As you do this, the wallpaper seems to seal itself back together as you cut the symbol into it.
Holy Spirit.
I wasn't expecting that.
I just take another slash.
Just don't do it again.
At the wallpaper.
Just a
Oh my
regular
goodness.
slash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it stays in the wall.
But that's wild.
Well, now I'm just confused.
Yeah, I don't think that cleared anything up for me either.
All right. Let's try something different. I mean, at this point, we're like literally like throwing things at the wall to see if anything happens, and I don't know. I mean, we've got a lot to lose, but okay. I am going to start carving in this symbol that kind of looks like question marks kind of in a swirl.
Yeah, you're the yellow sign.
Right.
You carve it in. There's a brief moment where it seems like it's gonna do something, but then it doesn't. You can feel a tension in the air, like something should happen,
Mhm.
but the tension releases. You recognize this feeling like the preempt of like casting a spell.
Pooh, same time as me, you carve your symbol, I'll carve mine. Let's see if that does anything.
Right? 3, 2, 6.
Callum, are you are you watching this
Oh
as
yeah,
this
I've been
happens?
watching this whole thing.
Okay.
That's why I was saying, what does
Um,
that look like?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So when as you're watching this, and it would have been the same for all the times you've seen these symbols carved into the wall. You see a yellow pulse come off of the symbol that Felix or Wilder carves into the wall, but like nothing happens after that.
Do I recognize that symbol?
I believe Callum did see the yellow sign, maybe.
Did it happen to be related to a good friend of mine that liked yellow? It was his favorite color.
Oh, yeah, you would have known that sign to be related to him.
Okay, so I don't think that one's
With the symbol that Pooh carves in, there's a blinding black light that comes off of it. It pulses, and then you sense an echo of it coming from someplace else that you can't see with your eyes, and then it seals itself back up. The carving in the wall seals itself back up again.
someplace else in the house, or like someplace else?
Someplace else.
Okay, well, I don't think that symbol's going to do anything, because I'm pretty sure the man that was connected to it is dead. That one didn't do fun things, and I didn't like seeing it.
Mine?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
what did it do?
it kind of did a big, like, thing, and then there was, like, a feeling, and then it was, like, gone. You know?
Before we carve any more symbols, can we please think about where we're carving them? Maybe be a little more strategic. Just randomly in this lady's house.
I don't know. This seems, and I hate to say it, like a rabbit trail.
Yeah, I'm just still really confused as to why her house isn't touched.
There's probably other houses that aren't touched. It's only about, from what I saw, I think it's only about 25% of the town.
I look around for a basement.
You're good with math, by the way, Olbog. Help us
start
find a
look-
basement.
I start looking up for a basement.
Who finds an attic, and there is no basement to this house.
I'm gonna go outside and look for a cellar.
I found an upper basement. I'm going up.
Okay.
Goodbye.
I pull down the ladder for the attic. I'm assuming it's one of those. Nice.
Are you
No,
gonna
you have
fit-
to fly.
Can I get into the attic?
You see signs in the attic basically equivocate to affirmations of purging the sin from your body.
Okay.
And there is to put it for a lack of better terms, there's a handle up there that has about 5 straps of leather with knots in it.
It's a torture-like chamber.
And then there's kind of like a thick yoga mat in the middle of the floor. And there's a window in the ceiling above that yoga mat, which is the only source of light in the attic.
There's not any. I take a glance around the room to see if there's any more. I don't know, anything interesting like what Callum's been looking for, like books or anything like that.
There aren't any books up here.
Okay.
It's a single room, and it's just the signs regarding evil that must be purged, and the mat, and the implement of flagellation.
Of what?
Flagellation.
Oh, sorry.
He thought you said something else.
Yes, I thought this implement of flagellation I was confused there for. I think this lady was crazy.
We knew that already. I think
Yeah.
we knew
Like-
that even before we got here.
Really crazy. She has like a yoga mat up here.
Oh.
I mean, those are kind of common health reasons, and she doesn't look like a yoga kind of person to me, though.
There's also like this whip thing and signs about
Okay.
getting rid of evil.
Maybe I should have led with that one.
I thought the yoga thing was throwing me for a loop.
Maybe you should lay on the mat and you could be a yoga bear.
Hey, boo-boo.
I think you need to be Hilda. So, like, whatever you think she did up there, I think you should do that.
Who is this
Hilda?
Hilda?
Whatever her name is. I try to put her out of my mind. Tilda World,
Okay.
whatever.
So, she's paying penance for something? Yes?
Yes.
Is that what we're gathering here?
I think she just has an itchy back.
Nope, there's better ways.
You have been listening to the Playing Games with Strangers podcast with the voices of John Haryu, Catherine Serwinski, Dave Clements, J.S. Earls, Celeste Mora, Josiah Crandall, Eric Campagno, and Steve MacDonald. The theme music was written and performed by Steve Arthur, used with permission. Find more of his music on Facebook or wherever you purchase music digitally. Please review this podcast wherever you download it from to help other podcasters find our podcast and join our community. And once again, thank you for listening.
A massive thanks to our Blade Level patrons, Julie Earls, Aaron Peckham, Josh Clements, Branson Boykin, Debbie Roth, Matthew Cosby, Random Encounters, and Indubitably. Learn more and see how you can support the show by going to patreon.com/playinggameswithstrangers.